Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at ILTM North America at Baha Mar. And actually, one of the big properties here is the Grand Hyatt. And we're here with Katie Johnson, who is actually the global brand leader for the Hyatt Independent Collection. And we're going to find out all about that part of Hyatt here on Insider Travel Report. Now, Katie, you and I actually had dinner together back at ILTM in Cannes, and we talked a long time. And here we are at Baha Mar, so it's great to see you again.
Great to see you too. It's nice to be here. What a beautiful place.
It is a gorgeous place. I'm lucky enough to go here a few times. But let's talk about the brands that you oversee, because it's a really interesting collection. It's veering into luxury and lifestyle and all kinds of things. And we talked about this before, but talk about the different collections that you oversee.
Sure. Well, I think I'll first mention that Hyatt is really grounded in listening and really attracting today's traveler. And I think we've seen this huge shift in really the independent lifestyle space. So for me, I oversee three brands: the Unbound Collection by Hyatt, Destination by Hyatt, and JDV by Hyatt. And each of these collections are comprised of independent or soft branded hotels. What does that mean? Well, it means they're each unique. Each has their own name, logo, visual identity, guest experience, and design. And we're seeing that guests really want to engage with these brands because it allows them to really experience a location, a destination, a neighborhood in a very unique and personalized way. So a little bit about my brands. We'll start with the Unbound Collection by Hyatt. It is our upper upscale to luxury brand, really attracting guests who see these hotels as social currency. We describe them as being story-worthy. They're truly enriched in the local community and high-touch luxury offerings.
Yeah, you were talking about a couple, and one we talked about, Eliza Jane, which is one of my favorites because my daughter had her brunch there after her wedding. And then you talked about one just now, which I didn't realize was the Grayson, which is another one.
Yeah, the Grayson's a new addition to the Unbound Collection by Hyatt, Midtown Manhattan. What's really story-worthy about this hotel in particular is the architectural details being very industrial but high-end luxury, very story-worthy. So every corner you turn in Grayson is something unique about that location, about that history of the building, about the place. So really a great example of the Unbound Collection by Hyatt.
So that's the Unbound. How many properties total in the collection so far? Because I know you keep adding them.
Sure. Yeah, we're at 40 today, which is fascinating because I've had the brand for a couple of years and it's tripled in size. So really exciting. And then we have a huge pipeline too.
Now let's talk about some of the other brands that you. So Unbound is one. What's the next one?
The next one is Destination by Hyatt, which actually has been around for a long time. This brand is comprised of resorts. So locations that are, off the beaten path. They're literally destinations within themselves. So they have a lot of accommodation offerings, meeting and event space, amenities, programming. They're really attracting that multi-gen traveler as well as meeting and travelers and social events, things like that. So some great examples: Wild Dunes in Charleston, South Carolina, Sun Cadia Resort.
I hadn't heard about that one. You mentioned that here. No, I got to go check that out.
I got to get you to some of these places. Yeah, they're fascinating. So really immersive experiences, bringing people together in a very engaging way. But again, that's really our resort independent brand.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's the resort, the Destinations by Hyatt. What else?
Okay, our last one is JDV by Hyatt. So if you have heard of Joie de Vivre.
I did. I know. I remember Chip Conley in those days.
Connolly. So we are honoring his homage and what he stand for, which was joy of life. So this brand is comprised of independent hotels that are very vibrant, lifestyle driven, eclectic, just have a lot of energy and a connection to community and for the greater good of the world. Chip Conley really believed that, and he felt these hotels.
Read a few books about that.
Yeah. He felt that these hotels could transform the neighborhoods, and that's what we're embodying. So a lot of lifestyle boutiques. So Destination, we have about 50 properties, and JDV, we have now 70. So a lot of hotels across the three brands.
Now, in the last year since we talked, actually, you purchased Dream. And including one of my favorite hotels in New York, which is the Chatwal, and now I think they have a new one up in the Catskills. Talk a little about where does that fit in what you have responsibility for?
Sure. Well, first of all, I think Dream was a great way for Hyatt to continue to lean into lifestyle. So we took the hard brands, which is fabulous for Dream, but then we also got the Chatwal and Unscripted. So the Chatwal is a luxury offering. We have two locations, one in New York City and the one in the Catskills, and a third opening in San Miguel. in Mexico. Yeah.
I did not know about that one. I've been trying to get to the Catskill ones. The Chatwal, when it opened, again, I said this is one of my favorite hotels in New York because it's not too far from Times Square. It's in the heart of the action, but it's so quiet and so luxurious, and it's a beautiful property.
Yes, high-end luxury. That's the key to this experience. So we're excited to see the 3 hotels, but we also have pipeline. So we're going to be announcing some new additions to the Chatwal.
Fantastic. Well, that's what I'm looking forward to. Now, just to highlight maybe 2 or 3 of the properties that you oversee that you really think are going to wow the market.
Oh gosh, there's so many. I think for Unbound, it scales, right? And it's about that luxury offering. So we have Hotel Martinez, Hotel Duke.
Well, yeah, that's where we had dinner that night.
Yes. So that's one of our iconic Unbounds, again, because of high luxury, high touch, very personalized experience. So that's a great one. We talked a little bit about Numu, which is in San Miguel. Great hotel, great addition to the Unbound collection. For destination, I'm really excited about our Caribbean footprint. So we have 3 that are coming into the portfolio. Cost and Boss is a new one. It's in St. Lucia. So it's actually leaning into luxury too, and it has a lot of resort amenities, a programming, multi-gen traveler. So excited about that one. And then for JDV, we've had a lot of expansion in Europe. But what I think is cool about JDV is we're actually doing some collaborations. So we've done things from like Fiji and also like partnering with Fila, and we're also doing a Hello Kitty resort.
That's an interesting one.
A very interesting one. So we're really kind of looking at that brand in particular a little bit differently and doing things outside of the norm. So excited about the growth, all 3 of them.
Well, I got to tell you, and we're going to have you can look on Insider Travel Report. We're going to have kind of a wrap up of all this stuff in a press release they put out. I didn't have the energy to put it up last night, but it'll be up tomorrow. But you'll see this video after that. So, Katie, I want to thank you for taking the time. You had a great presentation today. We're actually at the Marcus Samuelson restaurant, which is part of Grand Hyatt, which has got great. And hopefully I'll see you in Cannes.
I will. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.